Coach McCarty, fifth season as head coach, first 4 games in the books. What did you notice from your guys?
Yeah, it was an interesting weekend. We had a lot of new players, on roster. We had 20 guys that made their ACU debut this weekend. The majority of those guys were making their Division I debut. So, learning how to play with the lead, learning how to play together, learning how to play behind. There's a lot of things. So the dugout had a little weird vibe there from time to time throughout. But real proud of our guys and find a way to win 3 of the 4. Played really well the first 3 games. Had one inning that got away from us yesterday. They got us behind there in the 4th, but I thought our starting pitching was really good for the most part. The depth in our lineup was great. I think everyone that started the game this weekend had an opportunity to both score a run and drive in a run. So I think it was a really good start to the 2024 campaign.
And those specific things you mentioned that your team is unfamiliar with so far, what specific things can they do to familiarize themselves with those situations?
Yeah, I think sometimes it's just get in those environments, get in those situations, right? Like we threw 4 freshmen yesterday, so that's the first time they've ever stepped on the mound. We can try to get them prepared and practice, but it's just going to be a little bit different whenever you've got a different opponent there. So I thought some handled it really, really well. Brett Landman made his first career start for us. A couple of freshmen threw really well at the back half of the game yesterday. So the more those guys are just in that environment, that's part of the development process of getting comfortable, understanding that, there's a lot of surrounding factors sometimes. If you let those get in the way, they can affect performance. If you don't, you just go out there and kind of let your talent go. Good things traditionally happen. So we'll look forward to getting those guys back out there, letting them get more comfortable. The first is out of the way this weekend, and we'll have an opportunity to play our first road game at Globe Life on Wednesday.
And those freshmen, they're playing under a coach that's a good recruiter and known as a player developer. You've had a player reach the big leagues every coaching stop you've had. Who out of your guys do you see have some big league potential?
Man, I think we've got some really good young talent. Not to name names, but I wouldn't be surprised. There's a lot between now and that step. We had 3 guys that were drafted last year, another guy that signed free agent. Those guys all have the talent potential to keep climbing. It's just getting in there and having some luck sometimes and staying healthy. We certainly have some guys on our roster right now that when you look at them, their size and their frame, because I think when you go watch a big league game right now, they all look a little bit different maybe than some other guys. So it takes there's a talent component, there's a physicality component, there's some luck involved, but there's a mindset and a toughness factor and just a confidence factor to help guys climb. So I certainly believe that we've got a group of guys on our roster that have the potential to do that. And we've got another group that's got potential to be really, really good college baseball players, and there's nothing wrong with that either. I didn't have a chance to play professional baseball, so I'm one of those guys, hopefully, that had a pretty good college career that maximized and made the most of it, and hopefully these guys have a great experience here, win a bunch of games together, and then help those other guys go if it's in the cards.
You mentioned Globe Life Park. That's where you guys are going to play on Wednesday. What are your thoughts about that opportunity, not only for you to coach there, but your players to play there as well?
Yeah, it's neat. The majority of our roster is from Texas, so I think for those guys to have an opportunity to go back or go into Globe Life where the Rangers play, where the Rangers won a World Series this previous year. A lot of our guys are from DFW. We've got so many alumni that live in DFW, so it's a great opportunity for us to go back. Very thankful for our partnership with the Rangers. That's just a neat deal that we've got here. That allows us to partner in a lot of different ways. And this is part of that partnership, is us playing a game there. So last year was a really neat environment. Great to take BP on the field. You just it's a dome, so it's a little bit different. You're playing indoors. Would have been nice this weekend when the temperatures were a little chilly. But last year was really special. We had a freshman hit a walk-off single, Maddox Meese, in extra innings against Oklahoma. We'll have Oklahoma State at 7:05, I think, on Wednesday. So again, it'll be another great opportunity for our program to take another step forward, hopefully. We're 9-9 against Power 5 teams the last 2 years here, so hopefully this will be our first Power 5 win with this unit, with this team together. And either way, it's going to be a great experience and a growing experience for our team.
And then my final question for you, what do you know about your opponent, Oklahoma State?
Yeah, I know they're good. I know they're all offensive. They've got a lot of new pieces on the mound that I'm sure they're trying to sort through like we all are right now. Played Sam Houston this weekend. I'll spend a little bit more time on them this afternoon and tomorrow to kind of get that wrapped around. I haven't played them here. I played them when I was at DBU prior to here, so Josh and them do a great job there. at Oklahoma State, man, they're known to hit, and you know they've got I think when you look at the outfield, a lot of the preseason publications, they're going to have 3 of the best outfielders in the country. So we're going to have to go pitch and score some runs. So we're excited about that opportunity.